Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I want to come back and talk to you guys about the situation regarding Robyn and Juan. Okay, earlier today I came to you guys with a video regarding Robyn addressing the rumor, okay, the scandal or whatever over on Patreon, okay? And a lot of us discussed how we kind of felt robbed by Rob, honey. I guess that's why her name Rob, because she over here robbing the people of storyline, if you ask me, okay? We definitely felt a way about it. She addressed it. She says that she was waiting for somebody else to come to the front and talk about it, when we all feel like, no ma'am, it's your story. You should have been talking about it in general, since you want to bring up a prenup and adding in a cheating clause and all of this extra stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, she was just waiting around for somebody else to mention it. Surprise, surprise. Giselle also knew about everything that was going on because the young lady DM'd her. But Giselle, being the main person bringing marital issues to the forefront, did not do that to Robyn, because obviously Robyn is her friend. Now, Robyn definitely addressed some things on the podcast, letting us know that she knew about it. She was aware. I believe she had been in contact with the lady. Whatever. She felt as though the lady lied about some things, but she did not want to get into detail on the podcast about what the things were that the young lady lied about. Well, she got into those details over on Patreon, and I do have the audio for us to all get into. So let's go ahead and get prepared to check out what it is that Miss Robyn actually had to say.
But speaking of scammers, Robyn, this woman out here was trying to scam you and Juan. She said that y'all were going to make her famous.
I really hate that I'm talking about this because I just don't like to give negative situations attention, but I said I would.
Sorry, gotta stop you right there. Don't even open up the conversation saying that you really hate to give negative things attention, but you said that you will speak about it. Don't do that, because I feel like you've been negative for quite some time on the show. It's just that when it's your business, you're picking and choosing on what it is that you really want to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? So cut that out, girl. Just go ahead and address the situation at hand. Don't even do that. I hate to give negative things, that type of attention. But you was over here being negative with Miss Karen not too long ago, when you kept bringing up the fact that she wasn't the grand dame or whatever the case is, and you can't stand Karen. And then you kept bringing up the fact that you felt like Karen was being very rude, disrespectful, or whatever the case is, mean girlish to Miss Charisse, as if you weren't doing the same thing to Wendy. And I'm going to remind you of that every single chance that I get. So let's not start there with the whole I don't want to give any attention to any negativity, when that's all that y'all do. You feel what I'm saying? So girl, carry on.
So the whole Juan situation with this female that has put him on blast. Yes. So as I said, when I was notified, it was definitely handled. It was definitely a big bump in our relationship, definitely a big issue that we got through. But the details that this woman is sharing are not 100% accurate.
Okay.
So I will tell you what I know is the woman reached out to him through Instagram, told her she loved Robyn and Giselle on the show, and she loved us, and he's handsome and blah, blah, blah. And so, like a dummy, which he should not have done, but he like a lot of men like attention. He interacted with her, blah, blah, blah. I think that started sometime in, it was definitely during the pandemic, I would say towards the end of 2020. Okay. Like towards the later part of 2020.
Can I just say that it would have been really great to see how you guys work through that bump in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been nice to see that, especially if you're presenting him with the prenup paperwork and you want to add this clause in or whatever. It just would have been nice to see how you guys work through that. And also, it would have been nice to see Juan follow through with signing that prenup. I feel like y'all just took that away from us. And also, I'm noticing how, Robyn, you're downplaying the whole situation with the lady by saying, or at least Juan's involvement with the lady by saying, a lot of men want attention. He just wanted some attention, just needed some attention, da 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 da. And I'm just like, that's not cool. unless you guys have an open marriage of some sort to where this is how it goes with your husband and you're perfectly okay with that. If that's how it is, then I guess that would make sense. But if you expect yourself to be in a monogamous relationship with your husband, I don't think that you should be downplaying, just saying, oh, well, he just wanted some attention. That's just how he is. He needs attention, because if that's the case, he's going to always need attention while you're married to him. So it's just not making sense. Like, maybe y'all should not have gotten married. But carry on.
The woman lives in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And Canada, as we know, was on a very strict travel lockdown.
They didn't let anybody in or out.
Right. So lie number one, you did not date Juan ever. You don't,
because don't you have to like actually go out for it to be considered a date?
Yeah, you have to like spend time together and maybe like,
drink a glass of wine.
Yeah, eat together,
eat some chicken.
See each other. You did not date him. This was not his girlfriend. He did not date this woman. He communicated with her on Instagram, and somehow it ended up being like on text or whatever. That's lie number one.
Robyn, what do you mean it ended up being on text or something? It's obvious how it got on text. The young lady leaked the messages between she and Juan from IG DM, and she gave him her number. And it was very much so kind of like a flirty little message a little bit. Juan seemed like he was trying not to say too much, but give her enough entertainment to let her know that he was interested. And I'll be honest, I do think that Miss Girl was very much so thirsty. I do think that she was thirsty for Juan. She probably was even thirsty for some type of scandal or whatever. But she definitely was giving thirsty. But at the end of the day, the way Juan went about messaging her, kind of like giving her a little attention, but not too much. Like, girl, Juan knew what he was doing, and he knew that it was not going to be in any favor of Robyn. But Robyn, I do feel like you're trying to downplay things just a little bit. Maybe it's because you've worked through some things, or you're just trying to show the people that, they can't see you sweat or something. And I don't like that. I don't think that makes for good TV, that we can't see you sweat. I think that you'll be going down the same lane as Giselle, and we don't like that, right? We want to be able to connect to you or even be able to relate to you. So let us see you sweat, girl, because we all be out here sweating about something. But carry on.
So eventually, I guess once the lockdown was lifted, he says that she reached out to him and was like, oh, I'm going to California. It's something, I don't know the exact order of events. I'm going to California, or I'm in California, and should I come to Maryland? In the meantime, also, she had also told him that she dated a Baltimore Ravens football player in our area. So I don't this is just so convoluted. So she's already dating a Baltimore Ravens football player that lives in our area.
Right.
Supposedly, allegedly, right? According to her. So anyway, so she's like, oh, I'm coming to Maryland. Should I come? And he's like, whatever, I don't care, because he's not asking for her to come. And you date some Baltimore Ravens player, like, do what you want to do, whatever. Like, he's just like he's not asking her to come. He's not entertaining. He's not like, okay, well, let's hang up. Let's hook up. Let's get together.
Right.
I want to see you. None of that. He did not pay for her flight.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw, when she sent the hotel receipt and all that, she also sent her airline information, and that credit card is not Juan's credit card, so he did not pay her for her flight. But
checking the credit card numbers. Yes.
But she has told people, told the blog or whatever, that he would fly me out, as if it was like a common thing. Okay, during lockdown. Okay, and then so he did not pay for the flight. So
I just like to add this. Just because Juan's credit card numbers did not match on the hotel or the flight or whatever does not mean that he did not pay for her trips, in my opinion. I feel like what some guys may do is go ahead and CashApp, Western Union, Child, or even Zelle the money over to the woman so that she can use her personal credit cards, although he was the one that still paid for it. Or an alternative way would have been for her to go ahead and buy her flights or whatever she was going to purchase. And then once they linked up, he was going to reimburse her for her arriving. Okay. and spending the little bit of time. And what's killing me is, Robyn, you're not really making sense in my opinion. You can't sit up here and say that your man loves attention, so he entertained her, but then also want to act so strong-minded on the fact that he did not cross the line with this woman. That's what's killing me, because for a man to entertain a text message because he truly desires some type of attention, it's very, very, very likely that he tiptoed the line even further than what you're aware of. You feel what I'm saying? Because as you tell this story, it's very clear that you're getting a lot of your information from whatever Juan told you. And we really don't even know what you know to be 100% fact. It's giving that he told you what it is that he wanted you to know. Yikes. We hate to see it. We hate to hear it, but carry on.
We got to get to the his name on the receipt.
Right.
Okay.
So she comes, stays in a hotel. He's not spending time with her because he did not ask her to come. He's not in a relationship with her. He's not dating her. He wants no parts in that manner. And for whatever reason, she's calling him crying, frustrated, whatever. Oh, I went to the casino and someone stole my wallet.
Okay.
And I have no money to pay for my second night in the hotel room. That is weird to me. It's like, okay, if you paid for the first night, your credit card is on file and whatever. But okay, he said he felt bad for her, and he went to the hotel room, put his debit card down, and left.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, you're leaving? You're not going to spend time with? You're leaving?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving."
Okay.
Robyn, honey, girl, you sound foolish as hell. I'm sorry, you sound so foolish. If this is a woman that he's not interested in interacting with, has never seen, not trying to chill, make text here or there, why would he be so okay to go and put his name down on a room for her? Because he felt bad for her. That makes no sense when she's telling you that she was dating another basketball player or whatever, another athlete in the area. Like, that makes no sense. And you sat up there and you believe in the story. You choosing to be gullible as hell. Like, it's not making any sense. I do not believe that at all. And again, we're speaking about a man that you said needs attention. And you mean to tell me he only went there to that hotel to put his name down and then left, and then had his friend show her around and do all of this extra stuff? Like, no, ma'am. That's not adding up. Juan got a little something from that lady. Okay? And that's just my opinion. What he got outside of a hug, I don't know. But it's just giving a little, like, that's just not making a whole lot of sense. I feel like Juan, being an NBA player in the past, knows how to shake and move when it comes to situations like this. And I feel like he could have possibly handled himself very carefully, allegedly. Okay? I think he handled himself very carefully because, hey, he's experienced in this arena, in my opinion. So, Robyn, if you believe that, you just as foolish as you look, girl, but carry on.
She tells him she wants to get her hair done. She wants to go to Western Union. Like, she has all these places that she's asking him to take her. And meanwhile, he's confused because he's like, aren't you here to see some Baltimore Ravens player? Right. So because he's not interested in spending time with her, he asks his friend to spend time with her and take her to Western Union and to get her hair done and wherever else she needed to go. Right. So that's how his name is on the hotel room. He did not spend time with her. There's no photos of them together. There are no, like, none of that. And
she mentioned that his friend, Juan's friend, came. So that lines up. Came to the room.
Right. Yeah. Right. And it's funny, like, when Juan was like, when I found out about this and Juan was explaining himself, I was like, that sounds crazy, but okay, that happened. But the whole, I don't know, people were saying like Juan's a sex trafficker because he sent his friend. No, he's not dating the girl. She came on her own and she said she didn't have any money to pay for her hotel room. He felt bad and she needed him to take him all over the place, and he's not doing that. Right. So his friend helped out. Period. Now, what his friend did with her, that's their business. Yes, that's friend and groupie girl business. And from what I understand, they got it on. Okay. But I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But so what his friend did, that has nothing to do with Juan. Okay. Right. What else? I think that's it. No, that's not it. Oh, I'm sorry. So clearly she's mad. Oh, she is
boiling.
bitter that he didn't want her. She flew herself from Canada, whatever. He didn't want her. Not sure if this Ravens player even existed or if that was just kind of her trying to like, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But so that was, I think she came in like September. So she emails me in November.
Okay.
2021. And it's like, emails this hotel receipt. And my response was, hi, because I always greet people.
I'm gonna need you to stop doing that in this
Okay.
case.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah,
Unless you want to
Yeah.
say bitch.
right.
Okay.
It was hi.
Okay.
Thank you for the information.
Mm-hmm.
Take care. That's
Oh.
exactly what I said.
Okay.
She, gassing this story up, tells the blog that I asked her not to go public. Never had that conversation ever, because you know what? You're going to go public if you want. I expect you to go public because people love to have a moment.
Yes.
It's fine. I was expecting you to go public, especially when she started texting Juan asking him for money.
Y'all, why is Robyn acting like Tisha and not paying attention to the context clues? Why did this woman feel so comfortable enough to even ask this man for some money? Ask that for some money. Like, I'm not understanding. Girl, I'm going to continue to let you carry on, though, so we can get through this piece of the podcast.
She sent him a $4,000 money request.
How you do that? Like, what you mean?
Like, you can,
CashApp?
so if you have someone's phone number, like this was, I think it was on Zelle or something.
Okay.
Like,
You
you have
can,
their phone
yes.
number. You
Okay.
can request money. She requested
Yeah,
$4,000 from him.
And to me, that kind of sounded like hush money. Like, I won't tell the blogs and I won't tell your wife and X, Y, and Z if you are going to give me $4,000. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. If you don't give me that money, then I'm going to pretty much expose you to everybody. And I feel like, Juan decided that, hey, well, let me go ahead and tell Robyn about all of this tea and stuff. So I'm wondering, at what point did the message come through, or at what point did Robyn learn about the text messages of the girl requesting the money? Because how she's telling the story is as though the girl reached out to her, told her everything, and then next thing you know, Juan received a cash request or whatever. So I don't know, something about that ain't right. I don't know, girl. Let's just keep listening.
Yeah, no.
She also would listen to Reasonably Shady and text him stuff that I said on the podcast.
Hey, fan, girl.
Right.
Okay,
Like,
so
what
you
is
a
this?
fan?
So, and I would tell him, like, he wanted to like block her a long time ago. And I was like, no, just be cordial, cause yeah, I mean, do I want her to run to the blogs and run her mouth? No. So I'm like, just be cordial, whatever. So she would reach out, he would, hi, whatever.
Right.
But like like all of what she's trying to imply did not happen.
Right.
Yes. Did Juan make a mistake by communicating with this one with this woman? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes.
And did we handle it? Did we talk about it? Did we work through it? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Right.
And maybe, the wedding situation was kind of put on the back burner because we had some shit to work out.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So anyway, let's see what else.
Can I get my POV? So she also DM'd me, okay, this receipt, whatever y'all seen, she done DM'd me too a long time ago.
Right.
And I remember I was like flying, I don't know where I was going, but I was headed home. It was early in the morning. I had a layover at JFK, and JFK is always just some drama. So I sat down, I was like waiting for my flight. I opened up my phone and I see this and I'm like, what the F? One. So I called Robyn. I'm like, Robyn, did you get this? And she was like, yeah, I saw it already. So I was like, I said, okay. So clearly Juan Dixon is not my boyfriend, my boo, my husband, my nothing. But I kind of wanted to punch him in the face just on GP.
Right.
Because nobody needs this. But I'm happy y'all worked things out.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. We worked it out. He learned his lesson.
Yeah.
He's just being way too nice. And like I said, he needs attention. He is a needy man that needs attention.
Do you give him attention, Robyn?
So
Because I see y'all sometimes together and You don't. Okay?
I mean, so I'm working. That's a part of like things that we've had to work on as a couple.
Okay.
So he needs attention. He gets attention.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, okay, well, what else are you doing to get more to get the attention that you crave? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
What do you
those are
need?
So those are like relationship issues that we have to work out.
Okay. Do you
know
need
what I mean?
attention?
No. And that's the problem. He needs attention. And I love to be by myself.
This
you know
is
what
a
I mean?
problem. Yes.
So I mean, but this would be my issue with anybody.
Right.
Like any man I would be like, I love my alone time.
Yes.
And he loves to be like together. He loves attention.
Okay.
He loves to have, whatever.
Okay.
So that's like a balance that we have to kind of really, really work on.
Right.
But it's nothing that's going to like, this situation is not going to break our family up.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Not for
It's
some
just-
Instagram hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So what I said on the podcast was like, yeah, when we were filming, I just knew it was going to come out.
Right.
And I wasn't going to dance around it at
No.
all. I was going to say I'm aware of it. We've dealt with it. We've talked about it. It's been a issue in our relationship and we worked through it and here we are.
Right. Right. And probably stronger because of it.
Yeah. I mean, and like I even said on the reunion, I'm not quite sure if it's aired or not, what has aired at this point, but the criticism and the hate and all of that makes us stronger.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That brings us together because this world is crazy.
Yes.
This world is crazy.
Yes.
So
And I'm happy that
and then it's like you see,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you see it's like this girl reached out to him talking about, oh, I love Robyn and Giselle. And then it
Yeah.
turns into this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't trust anybody
No.
out here. Like, how do you even know who you can trust?
No. And what I was gonna say was I'm happy that he at least like talked to you about it. Like some dudes when they busted, they just deny. Like, nope, I don't know what
Right.
you're talking about. Nope, it wasn't in my phone. Nope, I don't even have a phone. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my God, no, I never leave the house. What do you mean? It's COVID? I was in the house. Like, at least he was like giving you his version, his side of the story, his truth.
Right.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah. And then every time she would reach out, he would tell me, like
Yes.
this girl is texting me again. And I'm like, oh, don't block her yet. Don't block her. And then finally he's like, I
Why
gotta,
we not blocking this bitch?
because like I said, yeah, did I want her to get angry and tell the world? No.
Yeah.
Like, just because like who needs this in their life? Nobody.
Right.
Right. But I don't walk around acting like my life is perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't really and I don't criticize other people for what they do in their life. And so
Robyn, those are lies that you tell. You definitely be going around criticizing people like, girl, cut it out. And because you have told some telltale lies, okay, some telltales, whatever, up in your story, lets me know that I really don't believe a lot of what you're saying as you speak on this situation with the podcast. So somebody lying. Either you lying, Juan lying, or both of y'all lying. But I just don't believe everything that you're saying. Sorry.
I guess I just kind of expect people to kind of understand that, but whatever. People, she said something like, I'm going to become famous off of y'all. So.
But you haven't even come forward, sweetie.
Right. I mean, and maybe she has, but I had seen her commenting on blogs like throughout the season, like anytime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So do you remember the one time the young lady ran to Twitter talking about, I saw Juan and Zara with the woman.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's his assistant coach.
Right.
And they're buying clothes for the season. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
That was posted on the Jasmine brand. And she was in the comments.
Oh, what's she
talking
saying?
about, yeah, that's true. And he's the player. And whatever. I don't know. She was in the comments doing
her thing.
And it's
Okay.
like, okay, you just really want to be seen. Like,
Yeah.
They're
very thirsty people out here. The thirst is real.
Yeah. And it's like, what do you get out of this? You're still not getting the $4,000. You got some attention. And okay, I'm talking about, hey girl, I'm talking about you on Reasonably Shady. Like, stop. Like, is your life better? Has your life become better?
That's a good question.
That's what people really should ask themselves when they are like so hell bent on trashing other people and wishing bad for other people. Does this make your life better?
Right.
Does this make you feel better
question.
about yourself?
Yeah.
Does this take all of your problems and worries away?
Right. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
But yeah, Juan, were you stupid? Yes. I mean, that's the moral, the end of the story.
As long as he's learned his lesson.
Yeah. And hey, if we want to go into season 8 talking about it, we'll talk about it. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not running from it. We will talk about it. Juan might tell y'all to kick rocks.
Right.
If they ask me to talk to him about it on camera.
Oh, that's not happening.
He might ask me to kick rocks or tell them, but
yes,
yeah, I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And people might say, well, why didn't you talk about this season 7? This was not something that Juan would just want me to bring up.
And it was a non-issue.
You know what I mean?
And y'all had other things to work out.
Right.
Like a prenup, like all that. Like y'all, you were living your life. And this actually happened way before we even started filming season 7.
Right.
And it was, as far as I was concerned, I didn't think about it anymore. It was dead. It was a dead issue.
Right.
You and Juan had worked it out. Like, so you're going to bring up drama?
Right.
No, let the other girls find out something and bring it up. Like, you're not going to bring up your own drama.
Right. Exactly.
Well, I don't think you should.
No, why would you do
And
that?
I'm sure people are going to be like,
Well, Giselle, you knew. Why didn't you bring it up?
because Robyn's my friend.
Exactly.
The end.
All right, y'all just heard what Giselle and Robyn had to say, primarily Robyn as she told her story, okay? Y'all hop in the comments and let me know your thoughts. But before I actually get up out of here, I do have a few more things that I would like to say. Robyn, number one, I want you to remember that you said that you're going to be okay discussing this in season 8 should they allow you to return for another season. Remember that, because Karen is definitely going to be on your list, okay? Period. All right. Giselle, I want you to shut up. And I want you to stop saying that it was a non-issue as to why Robyn did not bring this story up in season 7. Okay. It was definitely an issue because it delayed the wedding. So don't say that it was a non-issue by the time season 7 came around. The prenup was an issue, which is why she was trying to also add the clause in there, because that too was an issue. So shut up with whatever excuses and antics you're trying to come up with to defend your friend, okay? In addition to that, I want y'all both to know that y'all over here lying when Giselle says that you never bring up your own drama, and then Robyn's like, yeah, why would you do that? Well, you do that because that's what you do in reality TV, okay? You bring up your own drama before somebody else can bring it up to you, okay? Maybe that's the way for you to try to control the narrative as you're doing now outside of the show. All right. And understand this, most of the transparent housewives do bring up their own tea. So let's be very clear about that. Okay. But I guess you ladies would not know anything about that because you're not always transparent. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and clock out at this time. I'm going to leave this video for you guys. Go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything that we discussed, everything that Robyn, gave us, trying to clear up the matter at hand, which actually made her look worse than it actually made her look better. Okay, that's all that I got. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like the video, all that great jazz, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.